I had the sleeve done 3 months ago with Dr. Cepeda. I want you to know that I really researched different doctors, different support groups, and Tri-State Bariatrics is the place to go. Between the people that greet you at the front door, between the nurses, the practitioners, the dietitians, everybody there, you have such support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I had my surgery on June 3rd. I lost 47 pounds and 18 before that, and I'm on a roll. And I'm doing things now that I never did before. I'm walking more now, I'm traveling more, I'm doing things I'm walking up steps and not even breathing hard. The doctor was surprised that 3 weeks after my surgery, I am not on diabetic medicine, I am not on high blood pressure, I am not on cholesterol pills, I am absolutely pill-free. For all the years that I dealt with diets and yo-yos and unhealthiness, people say there's a glow in my eye, and it is because I'm totally happy.
I've had the sleeve, and I've lost 160 something pounds. That was in October. My wife, she researched all the surgeries and the surgeons for about a year, and then we talked about it, and she said that the sleeve seemed like it would be the best. She was scared to wake up one morning and find me dead. I was scared myself. I went to have it done the first time, and I did a few visits and backed out. But it was like the best thing for me. Just recently we went to Philadelphia, and the steps from the Rocky movie, I ran up them all. Just did what the doctor told me to do, and exercised, walk every day. Could actually ride a bicycle again. You think that's funny? We were racing through town, going for a ride, and I was able to beat her going up a hill without getting out of breath.
Well, I was going through a lot of trials through doctors. I had diabetes, and I was, diagnosed as being in a very high-risk situation, and I was on quite a few diabetic medications, which were really impeding my quality of life. Before, I was considering getting a bike, and that was just so hard because I couldn't actually, I couldn't even balance myself, or it just took everything out of me. After the surgery, I've been able to walk maybe 10 miles, and it's just something that never was possible before. Before I even did a mile, oh my God, I'd be out of breath. Got myself a very good mountain bike and rode for miles, and I really did, I ended up exceeding my expectations. It's life extending. Just look at where you're at before where you're at, and then I think look and see what the benefits are, and it's a life-changing decision.
Seven years ago, I was 365 pounds. I had diabetes, I had hypertension, and I had high blood pressure. In fall of 2008, I had my surgery, and 6.5 years later, I can tell you that I'm down over 125 pounds. I have no diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, no medications. I've not been seriously ill for 6 years. I see my doctor once a year just to shake his hands and let him know I'm still alive. Before surgery, I've always worried about where am I going to sit? Am I going to fit in that seat? When I go on a picnic, is it going to break? Am I going to be able to sit in that plane seat without the extender? 6 years later, I can fit anywhere. I go to stores, I buy extra large clothing off the rack. The Fat Pearson magazines come to my house, I just throw them out, I just recycle them. There's so many work around the house, just everyday life. You just have so much more energy, and you're going to say you've had enough. You're going to come to Tri-State. You're going to meet some great people, and they're going to put you on a path to a better life that you always wish you had. My thing is, even before you even come to a meeting, is come to a support group. I'm a firm believer in dealing with people who are going through the same thing that I'm dealing with. I want to talk to people that have shared the same things, the good and the bad, and that makes me more successful. And I've put things in place to keep me successful because I met great people along the way and shared their experiences. No one person should have this kind of empowerment to be this positive and to do the things that I have done, which is, motorcycle riding, hiking, canoeing, 5Ks, bicycling up to 60 miles a week. There's just, it's endless. Like, my journey hasn't stopped. I'm still passing, I'm still doing new experiences, I'm still thinking about new things to do, and I'm moving forward.
I chose it because it came highly recommended to me by one of my colleagues at work. When you opened the door, everybody was friendly, caring, and concerned about me as an individual, regardless of what thing I chose or what I intended to do. Just happening now, I have my godmother, Italian, Italian equals love with food, and I just was, honest with her and just said, right now, when I come to see you, I've got to have my protein drinks and my liquids, and once I'm through this, I'll be glad to have some of your home-cooked goodies again. Tell them the truth, tell them that you had the surgery, and just while you're going through the process to get to your goal, tell them right now, I have to be on my stricter diet, and then in a little while I'll be able to eat within normal reasons once I'm through to my goal weight. Basically getting back active in the fire department, really getting back active, being out on the road, being in one of the apparatus, and really being more active again. Go on the website for Tri-State, look at all the information, make the call, come to the seminar, and you'll get your questions answered. If you have any doubts, they'll answer any question you have. That's what it took me to get into the door and have the surgery.
The reason I decided to have surgery is I woke up one day in August and I had chest pains. I had breakfast and the chest pains went away. And it's continued for about a week. I finally went to the doctor and did an EKG and found I had reflux. I've had my bariatric surgery I chose was lap band, and I had it back in December 17th, 7 months ago. Since then I've lost 170 pounds. After surgery, I stuck to the regimen, cutting it to pieces in small pieces, eating slowly, chewing a lot, don't drink while you eat. All the things that the dietitians and the nurse practitioners recommend. I mean, the simple instructions, if you follow those instructions, they work for me, and the results are positive. I mean, I just can't get over it. 170 pounds in less than a year. And that's a big accomplishment. And keeping it off just seems manageable. I don't feel hungry. I mean, I went from a size 60 jacket to a 46. I had a 56-inch waist. I'm down to a 38-inch waist. I'm almost kicked out of the big man store because they don't have any clothes that fit me. I feel fine. I have a lot more energy. I bought myself an exercise bike in January, 4 or 5 times a week, 20 minutes a day. I just recently came back from a pilgrimage to Europe, 10 days. I was able to walk 12 miles a day without working up a sweat. It was a great feeling. And walking up the stairs, I could take 2 steps at a time now without, worrying about it, And a year ago, I would have never even dreamed about that. And even in the fire, I probably would have taken 2 steps at a time because I wouldn't be able to. But it's just transformations like night and day.
I was hardly able to walk a half a mile when I got the surgery. I had to stop twice, and now I'm walking 5Ks, 7Ks. When it all started off, I came to support groups, and after the surgery, it's one of the things that I said, hey, maybe I'll go skydiving. And I ended up going. I had to get down to 225 pounds, which was a surprise to me. I thought 250, and my daughter came with me. And there were 2 other people, one person from the support group, which made it really fun because, you know, we were kind of like the next support group we went to. Everybody was almost cheering for us, and but it was more than jumping out of a plane. It was reaching a goal in my life that really made it important to me. Just getting that part of my life back and getting in control, feeling good about myself, looking in the mirror, buying clothes off at Kohl's, something that I forgot about. I was going to a large men's store and I looked like a sack of potatoes. You know, now I go into Kohl's and I buy shirts, buy pants, buy too much because it's something that I could do, and it's changed my life. You know, there's things that people don't realize you don't do. Sitting in a booth in a restaurant, going to an amusement park, which is things that I'd lost in my life. Getting married, having kids, and getting surgery was a life-changing experience, and that means a lot to me and my family. And my daughter looks at my pictures and she's like, I can't believe that was you. And I look at my pictures and I can't even believe that was me. It was a dark period in my life, and I switched the light switch on, and here I am. Bada boom.